Hey guys, Shane here at CrossFit helping you go further, faster in fitness. Now, today's Shane's talk, I was not sure if I was going to do. I wasn't even 100% comfortable with the topic itself, but normally in my life, when I've been uncomfortable in certain situations, pushing myself to go there has always rewarded in something for myself or something for others in regards to growth, or I feel better, or whatever it might be that I've gotten back from being a little bit uncomfortable. So today's Shane's talk is more about thoughts and mental health of my own. I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm going to bring up a subject and a story that happened to me only a few weeks ago to, at the end of it, bring it back to a very, very important point. On Chloe and my Christmas break, so we went away with Quinn and we went away as a family. During that period of time, I received a notification on a post that I had written several months ago, or maybe only a few weeks ago. I think it was several months ago, this one. Anyway, it was a Shane Blogs post. So sometimes I write a blog, and I write a blog about my life, my experiences in life, and I share that with the world, and whatever comes back from that comes back from that. The notification come up that my mum had posted a comment on that topic, and I wish I had thought ahead and brought it up, but basically the gist of it was calling me a liar. Basically the post read, "You're a liar, Shane, none of that happened, you're lying about everything." It was pretty much the gist of it, or the deepest part of it. It was only a sentence or two long. Now mind you, I haven't spoken to my mum in about, I don't remember the last time, but I know I moved out of home around 15, 16 years of age. And in that time, I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I've either seen or spoken to her. Most of it in a negative situation. These are the facts. So this is just how it goes for some people. And for me, that's how it's gone. So to get a notification from her calling me a liar has done something to my brain. And I wanted to talk about that. And I figured out the connection. And everything that happens to me in life, I use as an experience to grow. I use it as an experience to get more from my life. And I thought talking about it now might help others and might help myself. And probably, really, when you break it down, it's probably more to help me. Anyway, that message really rattled me. I was absolutely furious because what I'd written about was not a lie. In fact, it was a complete and 100% accurate recount of what had happened to me on this particular day. And it wasn't even a really big deal. It was, I think it was about me wanting to jump from a veranda to a tree, and the fact that, there was a lot of this invincible type of behavior, didn't care if I lived or died, stuff like that at that point when I was quite young. I would have been very, very young in that post. Regardless of that, it was not a lie. But my point on this is the person. So my mum has written to me, "You're a liar. That was a lie, Shane. Everything you're saying is a lie." And if I'm being honest, if someone calls me a liar, it really pisses me off, especially when it's somebody that I care about. Like, I still care about my mum. I still love my mum. It's just that we haven't spoken. There is still that bond of child and mother relationship that was there. It's there. So it was really upsetting to me to read that. What I would have liked to have read was, "Hey Shane, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry that you wrote about this situation. I had no idea. If you want to talk about it, please feel free to contact me. Feel free to get in, have a coffee, and we can talk about it." Rather than just calling me a freaking liar, right? That is what pissed me off, because I was expecting a certain response from this person, right? I expected that, what I just said, as a response, not what I got. What I got wasn't within my control. So my point of the Shane Talks is this. When you have expectations on somebody else, most of the time you're going to be let down, because you don't have control over how they see the world. You don't have control over how they perceive things around them and situations. You don't have control over them at all. So I wanted a certain response. I was trying to control the outcome. It led to me being furious, sad, disappointed, and to this day, this happened while I was on holiday, so just after Boxing Day, till now, it's the end of January. I am still pissed off, still affected, still sad, still moderately depressed in that response. But I need to get this out there to remind myself, and hopefully anyone listening, that if anyone's ever said something to you that's annoyed you, if anyone's ever said anything to you that's made you upset, if you've expected someone to say something or do something differently and you know they never did what you wanted them to do, or it would never happen the way you wanted it to, just remember that you don't have control over that. So getting upset, getting frustrated, getting angry at their responses is only setting you up for more negativity, more depression, more stress. And I'm living it right now because I have yet let that comment go. That comment, little by little am I letting go, but I have to remind myself, Shane, you don't have control over this person. You don't have control over what they think. In their world, what I wrote was a lie. In my world, it was exactly what had happened. It is exactly as I remembered, as I experienced. It was my fucking story. It was me to decide that. So that person didn't want that to be true, projected their aggression and anger and their negativity towards me. Now I am becoming that, and that is what I want to get away from, and that is what I want this Shane's Talk to be about, that mental health side of things, of saying, you know what, I didn't have control over what that person did or said to me, but what I have control over is what I do now with it. I can either continue to hang on to it and make my life terrible, because for the last 30 odd days it has been. I have noticed a complete decline in my quality of health because of it. My mental health has suffered. My anxiety has been higher. My depressive situations that occur in my normal life have been there for longer and more frequently. I've been questioning things about my life, and it's all from this one comment, and it really threw me. It's really thrown me, and I wanted to talk about it to help others, to help myself mostly. Don't have this expectation that you're going to be able to control all of the factors that come back at you in life. These words, these situations, you're not going to have control over, so don't try and work yourself up into a point where you will have control, because you never will, and it's only going to let you down. It's going to not satisfy you. The other point I wanted to talk about is because sometimes this is a very obvious situation. Someone who I haven't spoken to for almost 18 years says something to me, it annoys me. Unfortunately, there are people out there watching this who have people who speak like this to them, or speak in a negative tone, or put them down, or do things to them that really frustrate them on a daily basis. They live with them. It could be their partners, it could be their kids, it could be their uncles, their aunties, it could be cousins, it could be anybody that's doing this to them every single day. And this is a reminder for those people who are living it daily as well. You have control, I guess, over who you spend time with. You might not be able to just completely cut somebody off or cut them out of your life. That might be not possible for you, but you have choice over where you spend your time, and you need to really start to limit your exposure to people who are negative or don't believe in you or don't support you. So if you can find a group of people who do support you, who do look out for you, who do motivate you, then you need to spend more time with them than you are with the people bringing you down. This is a reminder that the people that you hang around, you will become like. So you cannot hang around people who do that to you. I've really wanted to make a video on this stuff, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And then it hit me that the thing that I experienced only a month ago is exactly what I need to talk about. So don't forget, guys, you don't have control over what other people do. You don't have control over what other people say to you. You don't have control over how they view you. And you know what? It's none of your business. It's got nothing to do with us. Yet we can take that on if we're not careful, if we don't properly organize our thoughts like I've done recently. I've taken those comments on. I've become that negativity. And this is just a reminder that you don't have to do that. You know in your life what is real, what is true, and what has happened. You know exactly where you want to go in life. And if you keep thinking and bringing in their comments back to your day and into your life, you're only going to stay there, and that's really dangerous for you. The other thing you have control over is who you spend your time with. You don't have to spend time with people who are negative, who bring you down, who don't support you, who are not your type of people, even if they're loved ones and family. You don't have to spend that much time with them. You might have to spend a certain amount of time with these people, but majority of your time you need to find an outlet or a place or a bunch of people who you can connect with, and they become the people that you hang out with. So this is a reminder to anyone watching that's probably experienced what I've experienced, and wants to, maybe realign their thoughts, because that is the only way through. Because no matter how badly I wanted my mum to say, I'm sorry you feel that way, Shane. I'm sorry this happened to you in your life. I want to make up for that. I want to make sure I'm there now. I want to be there for you now. Let's talk about it. Let's digest it. Let's come together. I didn't get that. And I can't change that. That's not going to happen. It will never happen. So if I hang on to that, it's going to control me. So it's important to realize and remind myself I didn't have control of that situation, but I have control now over how I view it and what I do next. So guys, hopefully this may or may not have helped you. And remember, I'm not trying to play any type of role in mental health. I'm just saying what's happened to me, what I'm going to do, and what I see in the situation. If that relates to you, then fantastic. But remember, there are great services out there that can help you with this sort of stuff. Beyond Blue, Headspace, all those sorts of services that you have. You just do a really quick Google search. You'll be able to find 3 or 4 really, really valuable links and services. But again, guys, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family if you're not doing so well. And I guess this is me reaching out to everybody and saying, I wasn't doing so well for the last month with that running through my head and letting that consume my thoughts. I was not in a good space when I was quiet in my own head. But now I'm moving forward. Now I'm choosing to do something about it. I don't have to live in that headspace. I don't have to live with those thoughts and that fake wanting of control over someone else. I can be happy and I can be who I want to be still, and I can still live a healthy, happy life by moving forward and not wanting control like that. So hopefully this helped. Hopefully, it's come across positively, not so sad. And hopefully, guys, I will see you. I said hopefully like 4 times. Hopefully, guys, I will see you in the gym training, because that is part of a good quality, healthy lifestyle. See you later.